about your family journey, meeting your wife and having children, and tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so um, 2005 was the year, which is crazy. There was so much going on that year. Um, and I was getting ready to move back to Canada in 2005 in August. And then in May that year, I meet this woman named Tiffany Jackson. And we kind of instantly kind of clicked and kind of had some real life adult conversations. And we shared a lot of similarities in terms of what we wanted for our lives as well as family. And that just kind of clicked. And, we eventually, I realized like there's something special here. And I'm like, I stayed in Kansas for a girl is the story. And it's been fantastic. And, I had my first child in 2011, my daughter Violet, who's now going into 7th grade and starting her career as hopefully an athlete and enjoying that. And then my son Sullivan was born in 2013. And then our youngest Fiona was born in 2017. And now they're getting into sports, and we're just trying to introduce them to as many life experiences, not just sports, but my daughter, my oldest right now, is going to the Lawrence Community Center for a theater camp and putting on productions. And my younger two are going there to the art center, and they're doing a cardboard camp where they're building buildings out of cardboard boxes. So we really just try to, push our kids in as many directions as we can to have them find their passion and drive for themselves. And, I just, hope they find something that they have passion for, just as I had for track and field. And, hopefully they continue to grow through their own life experiences. And it's been pretty awesome so far.
How about the transition out of actually actively competing to becoming a educator and coach?
Yeah, for me, it was a pretty smooth transition because I was still competing when I was a teacher. So I already knew and already had my degree done, picked up a job in 2009 in Basel doing middle school physical education. And then as my career kind of tapered out with not qualifying in 2012, I was already in my job.
Right.
There was a lot of soul searching in terms of like, who am I now? Because I'm no longer this professional athlete. But then now it became pushing my students and trying to get them again to find drive and passion and dedication and consistency. And it made it pretty easy. And, had the opportunity, position opened in my hometown here, my new hometown, Eudora, where the strength and conditioning position opened at the high school. It was a position I applied for in 2009, but didn't get. And I was lucky enough to land the job. So I've now been doing strength and conditioning for Eudora high school athletes, and to have my hand in every little sport a little bit, helping the kids train and, trying to give them that mental side of the sport from my own experiences it's been pretty rewarding. And that transition out of the sport became a lot easier because I was already involved in the next thing, as opposed to it being the sport gets cut off and like, what's next? I was already in what was next. Right. So for me, it was a logical sequence of getting out of the sport, but then putting my energy now not into myself, but now into others. And it's been awesome for me to be involved in a high school athletic program now.
You sound very upbeat about what you're doing now and this entire process, and it's been quite a journey. And obviously there are tremendous challenges, tremendous triumphs. You've still got records that exist. It's been a pretty cool journey, and there's a long way to go still, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm 45 years of age. I haven't calculated, but I think I've got another 13 years left in education as a teacher. But honestly, I don't know at what point I'll stop coaching. I coach middle school shot put for our district, and I love it because I get to give good advice as well as good techniques and good training to kids. It's pretty rewarding. I love being able to go watch anything athletic. And even if I don't have my hand in it, like even just my daughter's volleyball team is waiting to play and I'm watching a game before theirs. Like, it's just, I don't know. There's just a love of athletics and a love of competition that started with my dad when he got me involved in t-ball when I was 4, and it hasn't stopped. I don't think it'll ever stop. It's a pretty cool bit of my life to be involved in other people's lives that way now.
We hope you enjoyed the latest Danny Clinkscale Reasonably Irreverent podcast. Come back soon for something fresh and new. This podcast was made possible by our great sponsors like Easton Roofing, where integrity matters. Joe Spiker and his team are the best in the business for all your roofing needs, handled with honesty and craftsmanship. Visit them at eastonroofing.com.